Hi everyone, today we will do some yoga for cyclists. And this is a really great way to open up your hamstrings, your hip flexors, and your quadriceps after your ride. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll start in a child's pose, coming onto all fours, and then sitting back onto our heels. Relax your head. Take a few deep breaths. Inhale up through all fours, coming into some cat-cow breathing. Wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips. As we exhale, round your spine, press the ground away. Take a big breath out. And on your inhale, let your belly drop, bring your heart forward. Keep your elbows soft. Exhaling, tucking the pelvis, rounding the spine. Just feel that release. Inhaling, belly drops, heart lifts. Give yourself about 2 more breaths. We're just moving that spine around after being seated for a while and connecting with our breath. Good. Coming back to a neutral spine, we'll keep our knees right where they are, extending the arms forward for downward puppy. Forehead comes down and then rocking side to side. Just be gentle here. Feel that nice stretch down the backs of the ribs. Good. Coming back up through all fours. So from here, we can bring our left leg forward. I'm mirroring you, so this would be your left leg. And then breathe here. Down a little bit, feel this back hip flexor. Make sure your right heel is all the way down. And we can either take our hands onto the ground or yoga blocks, or if you're more comfortable, you can keep your hands up on your thigh. And breathe here, feeling the hips come down as the heart lifts slightly. Feeling the stretch through the back quadricep, back hip flexor. Take one more breath. Spine is nice and long, shoulders are back and down. And as we exhale, bringing our hips back, so our hips over the back knee. Flex your front foot. Hands come out to the sides, and inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, bring your chest forward. Feeling that hamstring, so good. Let's breathe into it. On the next breath in, release your foot and your leg. And bring that right knee back. Come back into child's pose for a moment. Our other option is a downward dog. Tucking your toes, lifting your hips, bending your knees and pressing your chest towards your thighs. Allow your heels to gently sink towards the earth, even if they don't touch. And feel nice and long through both sides of your body. Good. Wherever you are, feeding back on all fours. Inhale. And coming up, bringing our right leg forward. This is your right leg, making sure you do both sides. So now we're in that low lunge. You can stay up here lifted on the thigh, hands on the thigh, or bringing your hands to either side of that front foot, dropping your hips down. Letting your heart come forward, just breathe. Nice and easy, feel that stretch there. Feels so good. Inhale. And exhale, bring your hips back, flex your front foot. Your heart comes forward, shoulders release away from the ears. And just breathing into this nice opening here in the back of your leg. Perfect. Inhale, release that foot, release the leg, bring your knee back, and give yourself a moment in child's pose. We'll do a little side stretch, walking your hands off of your mat, go to one side, inhale, And as we exhale, sit your hips back. And switching sides. Inhaling, exhale back. Back of your ribs. Good. Coming back up through all fours. And as we exhale, have a seat. So we're sitting here. Perfect. Let's take one hand out to the side. Feel nice and long here. Shoulder away from ear. And reaching up and over, opening that side body here. Get tight when we sit a lot. Just feel the waist opening. Nice, easy breathing. You can look up or down. Inhale through the center. Exhale, the hand comes down. Then we'll switch sides, walking over, shoulder away from ear. Ground your hips down. Reach up and across. Feel this nice long stretch down the inner arms. Back of the ribs, shoulders away from ear. You can always bend your elbow if your shoulder's getting a little too close to the ear. Perfect. Inhale through center. Exhale, release. Very good. So we'll move into a figure four and we'll extend our legs forward. So I'm mirroring you, so find your right leg, bend your right leg so you come into that figure four. Option to sit up tall and gently press your thigh away from you. Or you can reach your hands back and lift your chest. Maybe bend that bottom leg so your shin comes towards your chest and breathe. Nice and smooth. Take one more breath. And as we exhale, just tuck that leg under. So now we've got our foot flat and our hips nice and grounded. Good. And just breathe here. And if it feels okay for your body, you're going to keep your left hand on your right calf, ground your right hip down, and gently move over towards your right. Feel a gentle twist here. Long through the spine, shoulders away from ears. Good. Inhale to center. And exhale, release. Perfect. Shift back a little bit. Windshield wiper the legs side to side. And switch sides. So figure four on the opposite side. You can either stay here, maybe gently pressing your thigh away from you. Or you can take your fingers back, lift your chest, hands on the ground, chest towards shin, and breathe. And nice and open, stretching the glute, the piriformis, and the outer hip. Perfect. Tucking that leg under, and your top foot goes flat. Ground your left hip down. Just be gentle with this leg, holding onto your shin. And if it feels right, you can start to twist towards your left, staying nice and long through your spine and breathing. Shoulders down your back. Keep it smooth. Inhale to center. And exhale, release. Let's release this foot. Rock those legs side to side. Hopefully that feels a little better in your hips. Perfect. From here, we're going to scoot towards the top half of our mats and roll all the way down onto the back. Give yourself a moment, take a few deep breaths. Perfect. We'll do a little bridge pose here. This is nice to open up the front of the body after we've been sitting for a while. Maybe you've been sitting in the saddle and you had a long ride. we're going to walk our feet in a little bit so that when we do come up, our knees are directly over our ankles. Press your elbows down and tuck your shoulders under your back. Now lift your hips, and when you do this, please look straight up. You can hold onto the edges of your mat here to really get a nice tuck of those shoulders. Lift your hips, keep your knees in line with your hips. And breathe here, so your toes point forward, chin away from chest. Maintain that cervical curve in your neck. Nice and open, inhaling. And exhale, roll down slowly. Feel your tailbone come down at the very end. And just pause. Back bends are wonderful mood lifters, I always say. And they just feel great to open the chest. Very nice. Gently lift your hips a little over towards your right. Draw your knees in and allow your knees to twist towards your left. Arms can come out wide, and you can turn your gaze the opposite direction if it feels good in your neck, and just breathe here. Bring the knees to center. Give yourself a little hug for a moment. Maybe rock side to side. And we'll switch sides. So feet come down. Lift your hips a little to your left. Draw the knees up. And the knees over to your right. Shoulders stay down. You're welcome to look over the opposite shoulder if you'd like. Just breathe here. Feel that release through your spine. Tucking the shoulders under the back, letting go. Great. Gently draw your knees back into your chest. And just roll your ankles around, rock side to side here. Take your head side to side. Let's take one breath and give ourselves a little hug. Inhale. And as we breathe out, extend your arms and your legs. But we are nice and supported on the ground. Maybe lift your shoulders, tuck your shoulder blades under, lengthen the back of your neck. Let your arms and your legs be heavy. And just give ourselves a moment to settle, let all of the yoga sink in. Gently deepen the breath. Move your hands and your feet. Slowly bend the knees, take the knees in towards your chest. And roll onto one side. Slowly press to a comfortable seat. And sitting up tall, take a moment, just feeling gratitude for your body that does so much. Let's take our hands to our heart, acknowledging Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me, everyone. I'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed your practice today, please like and subscribe. Thank you.